Good morning. We are in a 22nd week, almost coming to a closure with this beautiful book that we've all been learning. Today, let's read what this chapter is all about. It's a 22nd week. It's all about opening channels for truth. So, I hope everyone's been doing the 21 weeks. If not, you can still catch up on some of them. It's just very beautiful. Today is all about opening channels for truth, and let's take our journey forward. Sometimes it might appear to you that your mind still resists this knowledge. Of course, that isn't accurate, but it is as if there are two or more parts of you, each with independent ideas and drives. Your head is one such part. For ages, your head has been in charge. You have been educated to use your head. Learning its logic and training its neurons is giving top billing in this world. The head is king. Jobs that require head trained skills pay more. The intelligentsia are an elite. They even live in their own ghettos. Suddenly, your head is told to take a back seat. As if that weren't bad enough, you then give power to your heart. Your head, the heart, is merely an emotional marshmallow. It doesn't have any logic, any systematic way to memorize, any habits, any conditioning. Yet, you want to put that underlining in charge. An internal struggle appears to ensue. For a while, you just do fine. Following these lessons exactly, you let your heart guide from its connection to cosmic intelligence. And suddenly, your head, with its training, logic, conditioning, struggles for its life. What are its main weapons? Doubts. You go through a period of doubting. You doubt your signals. You doubt the communication in your quiet periods. You doubt the wisdom even of this course. You doubt your manifesting nature. This is the only way the head makes it. The head thinks it can regain supremacy. It actively argues. It interjects its own thoughts loudly and clearly. You can't help but hear. These are the thoughts you're used to. They've yelled at you for ages. They're precisely the reason you aren't experiencing God's qualities all the time. It is not the heart's nature to argue back. It doesn't need to. It knows that the little head can never win in the long run. The heart knows its divine nature, its immortality, its connection to the cosmos. Nothing the head yells can begin to penetrate its hard shell. Nothing. The heart just remains peaceful, gentle, and all knowing. Does this sound familiar? It probably does. If the head has had its way, you no doubt have started and stopped this course several times before getting to this point. Maybe you've had to take 2 weeks to get through some of the lessons. Or maybe you're one of the lucky ones and just ignored that babbling child screaming for attention. This week, witness that head yelling for attention and know it for what it is. Witness, but don't buy into it. Eventually, the head will discover its own true blessing. It is neither being abandoned to oblivion nor being relegated to a second class position. Instead, you're buying it new software, hardware with an open account on software. With that, anything this head wants to know, it can have. It won't be restricted to what it could cram into its education or remember from your few experiences. Then, whenever you ask for your head's help, it gives you total accuracy. The success is guaranteed. The heart becomes its best friend. Nay, its inseparable spouse. Actually, it is a royal internal wedding. Like the helium atom, it can't exist alone. The helium atom is unstable by itself. So two atoms combine. It is found in nature as H2, head H and heart H equal H2 as well. So far, this course has emphasized a quiet period with your higher self signal as a form of communication with your higher self. You tune in on its thoughts you know are coming from yourself. These quiet periods, however, are not the only way yourself can be in touch with you. They may not even be the best way for you. They are, however, the foundation and the backbone. If you ever feel that there may be another good way to communicate with your higher self, don't be afraid of it. Just be sure to make the same safeguards. Always get your higher self signal. It's always there when you are really communicating with your higher self. Always close your aura to all but your higher self and clear your aura of uninvited influence whenever needed. Before you try another form of communication, ask your higher self in the conventional way if it is in your highest and wisest interest to communicate in that other way. Use your yes and no signals and don't ignore a no answer. There are many ways to go, so communicate. The Ouija board is popular, so are tarot cards. Even a standard deck of playing cards can be used to communicate if the meaning of the cards is clearly predetermined. A newly revived method uses runes. The pendulum is also very popular. A light table can be used. Two people put their hands lightly on the table, facing each other. They close their auras to any uninvited influences, state their high spiritual purpose, and unify with God. Then they ask their higher self for one of them to communicate by raising the table. Two of the four legs will be raised towards one of them, and both are perfectly united with God and each other. It may take a few minutes of quiet submission. From then on, the procedure is the same as with your quiet times. Three taps of the tables means yes. It also means that what you say aloud is correct communication from the higher self. One tap is no. Both of you can communicate with the same higher self since you are, after all, one. When the table first rises, ask, is the table clear of any uninvited influences? Heal any influence until you get a yes answer to that question. Then ask the higher self to identify itself by tapping the letters of its name one at a time. Throughout the communication, be on guard for any uninvited influences and heal them if as needed. If you have a loved one who has taken this course diligently to this point, the two of you can practice your communication using a light table. You must believe, indeed know, that the table will rise, or this form of communication will not work. If your head throws in doubts, you may have to wait until your head and heart are more integrated. The main exercise for this week is yet another form of communication: writing. Every day this week, enter the quiet period as usual. Then instead of speaking out the communication, write it down. This isn't flashy. It isn't automatic in the sense that you lose control of what the pen does. You're simply writing out the communication you have been speaking out or thinking. Notice how smooth and effortless it is. Don't judge what you're writing, just write. Read it later for meaning. This is a way many great manuscripts have been born. It is a way many great scientific breakthroughs have come. Use this method often now. It gives you a record for posterity. How many times have you been surprisingly impressed with what you've done or said during your communication, only to forget it? Using this writing method, you have a record. All of us are in the journey together. This chapter was a little tricky in the sense it's telling us about um, tapping of tables and everything. So of course, I'm sure that can be done. We haven't experienced that as yet, but what we can do is continue to ask our higher self and get the answers and write them down. That's what we're being guided. So let's meditate. Let's take a deep breath in, fill ourselves with love, gently exhale, share our love with everyone around us. Inhale light, fill our bodies with light that sees bright stuff, dispels all darkness. And as you exhale, share your light with the world. Inhale communication. We are well communicated, communicative, communicated, all in one. As we exhale, we also communicate better as speakers, as listeners. Life is magical because each one of us is divinely guided. Life is beautiful because we see the beauty in all our connections and all our beautiful communication. Life is wondrous because of the most amazing reflections that we reflect after our learnings and our sharings. Today, we are being guided to communicate with the higher self by not doubting it ever. We've been told to have a possible alternative of physical tables, but we are strong believers that together, me and my higher self, I, the higher self, and my body can communicate, can come up written messages so that it's a trajectory for the future, one that I tread on and I move towards life. I am growing abundantly as a spiritual being. A little while ago, I'd forgotten my spirituality. Now I'm deeply connected. Whatever I desire comes to me so easily because I am being divinely guided by my higher self. My higher self is giving me all possible ideas, communicating whatever is required for me. Now it depends upon me. Am I doubting? Am I judging? Or am I flowing? The more I flow, the better I become because I am a person that flows. And here I am discovering my highest self, my life's purpose, and my eventual human journey, which is very beautiful, full of love, full of light. I'm now intertwining with my God, the highest being, knowing that I am a channel of love, knowing that I'm a channel of light, knowing that I'm a channel of all divine communication, and embrace that in totality with all possibilities. I am blessed. I am love. I am light. Let's bow our heads in gratitude towards Mother Earth, thanking us, thanking her for nurturing us with all the best of virtues we desire. Expand our angel heart. I am love. I am light. I shine bright, bright here, bright now. I share my inner light. I inspire people, and I am inspired. I seek some knowledge, and yet I find. I seek some action, and yet I deliver because I am evolving every moment. Let's expand our hands for abundance pose to the universe, tilt our heads a bit. Dear universe, thank you for having our back, for guiding us, nurturing us, giving us whatever we desire. The law of attraction is coming true because I am a channel of love. I am a channel of light. To all the divinities, thank you for showering your attention on us. To all the angels and guardians, thank you for guiding us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hold our hands in gratitude and reflect on our gratitude from everything from heavens to earth. Dearest beautiful body, dearest beautiful mind, and me the soul. I'm trying to get in alignment, trying to make my heart and my head in coherence, trying to ignite the power of my beautiful heart intertwined with my beautiful mind, learning to prosper, learning to grow in all realms. I'm looking at the divine matrimony of my heart and my absolute higher self. How wonderful. Let's rub our hands of gratitude, feel the energy, bless our face, our neck, back side of our body, front side of our body. Let's again fold hands and invoke the energy that stays in us after thanking and blessing all our body parts of working so magnificently. Dearest beautiful body, the energy that flows in you, I invoke you today to share my love and light with my beautiful Sangha and the seekers. Love, light, and blessings. Sudha, Pratima ji, Preeti. Lots of love, lots of light. Be blessed.
Thank you, Prachi, for the wonderful, wonderful meditation.